There are two ways to start replicationEZ. Either you can start it with no context, so select the servers and load the databases you want to work with. Or we can actually start the tool in a partially loaded mode using a database context. In other words, you've either selected a workspace icon or now open application to find all replicas for a given database. This feature is fully explained in the Discover All Replicas video. Now once this tree of selected servers is built on the left here, most of the info we need is already available to replicationEZ in the background. We can either load everything or just concentrate on specific databases. Selecting one application, for example, will automatically select all replicas on the loaded servers and display the result in the main grid. This can be extended to other databases or replicas as needed. Just select the additional databases on the left-hand side. Now we can also use the database selection filtering to narrow down the displayed databases in the main grid. For example, if we want to remove all application templates from the grid, we can click Template, then Exclude, and then the Apply button to apply the changes. At this point, we can see we've loaded all selected databases in the main grid. Here, databases carrying the same replica IDs have been arranged in the same row, with the upper column indicating the server in question. The most important column here is the number of replicas column. This column will show us the number of replicas across our selected servers for the applications currently loaded. So let's take a cluster, for example. First, I'll deselect the Acme 03 server. And now, doing a quick grouping with the number of replicas column immediately shows me that I have 25 databases that have not been replicated to the Acme 02 server from my Acme 01 server. So we can see the exact differences between these two servers. And remember, we're not limited to two servers or one cluster. We can always add as many servers as we'd like. As you can see, some of these entries in the grid are also color-coded. Whatever's highlighted with red is actually a duplicate replica on either one of the servers it resides on. As part of the generic properties, we can quickly identify all duplicate replicas on any loaded servers by grouping with the isDuplicate column. Beside the unique ways of looking at masses of databases, replicationEZ still puts the focus on replication here. It's vital to know which databases are not replicating, so we show this as part of the generic properties in the grid. Grouping the Do Not Replicate column instantly shows all the databases that are set to not replicate on the selected servers. In addition to these generic properties, we can also add up to 5 additional properties from this panel on the right side here. These can help us easily compare database properties and content across our servers. Make sure to check out our Comparing Replication Content video for more on this. Now, it's great to see all our properties all in one place, but what if I want to change them? Since we're dealing with replicating databases, we have to make a distinction between two logical cases. First, properties that will be replicated once modified can be changed using databaseEZ, and the process is really quick and painless. We can just pass the selection of databases onto databaseEZ, which can now also be loaded in a partially loaded mode. So we can change any database properties for the selection of databases in a few clicks. Now in the second case, properties that won't be replicated, like for example the Do Not Replicate flag, can be reviewed and modified in the Selected Databases panel and on a mass scale. In this grid, you can access and modify various replication properties, like the 2 replication prevention flags, or miscellaneous properties that would not replicate once changed, like the disabling of background agents in the database. In addition to this, you can also generate new replica IDs for multiple applications, as well as clear the replication history. And using a selection in the main grid, you can also launch the replicationEZ console commands interface, found here. And this will let you initiate replication with certain servers for a selection of databases.